Before 2014 Forest Hills Drives, J. Cole had already done what the industry says you're supposed to do. His first two studio albums were feature-heavy and commercially positioned from the get-go. Cole World, the sideline story, included features from Jay-Z, Trey Songz, Drake, and Missy Elliott. And then the follow-up, Born Sinner, followed up with features with Miguel, Kendrick Lamar, and TLC. Now, for those of you who aren't living under a rock, these names weren't random. They were built-in industry cosigns. Now, by the end of Born Sinner, Cole was commercially positioned, industry endorsed, and culturally visible. Welcome back to Why It Worked, where I show you how clear messages build magnetic brands. From the very beginning, J. Cole had access to the traditional fame playbook. And what matters here is that he didn't reject it. He completed the playbook and then stopped using it. Now, as you can imagine, after Born Sinner, his problem wasn't a lack of exposure. It was actually the opposite. It was what comes next when you already have all that exposure. Now, for most artists, more features would have been the obvious play. More press would have been expected, and like you can imagine, the industry would have rewarded him for it, but that wasn't the move. In 2014, Cole released 2014 Forest Hills Drives, one of my favorite albums, and the rollout looked nothing like his earlier releases. The album was announced roughly 3 weeks before release. There was minimal traditional marketing. The album wasn't recorded or promoted as no features. There were no recorded interviews explaining his creative intent, but one thing was clear: the rollout was centered on his personal narrative. The story emphasized his home, his origin, and his identity, and the promotion pointed back to Cole himself and not outside collaborators. After release, a new narrative emerged organically. Platinum with no features. Important distinction here: this was not a pre-launch headline. It wasn't a part of any internal marketing language, any social media inside jokes. It was named by the culture after the fact. The absence of features became Cole's signal to the marketplace, but only after the album spoke for itself. Now, at this point, you could ask yourself a few questions. Was this just a moment? Was this a one-time decision? But then 2016 came for Your Eyes Only, and again, no features. Now, the question has changed, because once is a circumstance, twice is direction, and then the third no-feature platinum album, KOD, is the charm. This is the key distinction people miss. J. Cole didn't brand himself as no features, the market did. He didn't announce a no feature philosophy, he just did it, and repetition is how memorable brands are formed. If I were studying J. Cole as a brand, here are 3 takeaways that I want to give to you. Number 1, earn validation before you remove it. He didn't skip the credibility and the cosign stage. He outgrew the need to leverage it for every move he made. 2, let the market do the work for you. They say when your message is clear, people move the message for you. The strongest brands don't declare their identity, they present it and let others articulate it. And 3, repetition turns choices into positioning. Simply put, one album is a decision, twice is a message. Now, J. Cole isn't anti-brand because he avoided branding. He's anti-brand because he designed a system where the work speaks first and the meaning follows. And that's why heading into this next release, the anticipation isn't built on hype. It's built on trust that he's already earned. And if you're watching this, it was for your eyes only. Now, if you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see how this pattern applies beyond music and in your industry, from my brain to your inbox, comment the word clarity and I'll send you the link so that you can join my newsletter. Thank you guys so much.